Hi everyone, welcome to the Fashion Experiment. It's Dr. Bridget, your professor of all things fashion, and today we're checking out our first look, which is really like a look idea that's being introduced for this fall winter 2024. And this is a very important look idea because it's really the first time that we've seen menswear really move into a new space that really, the name says it all, redefining masculinity. So this season, I'm really calling it, for my trim videos, the battle of the sexes. This is the first time that we're really seeing menswear take a new direction that is totally to the left of where menswear has always gone. And it's not like it's just happening all of a sudden, all right? Everything that happens in fashion, as far as trends and style, is a direct reflection of what is going on in the world and in the lives of consumers, all right? So we know in our culture, consumers, human beings, individuals have decided that they want to challenge these gender roles, the idea of only having a male category or female category. So that is what is happening in our world. Individuals choosing to, go as far as to have surgery to reassign their genders and or to do away with gender and not choose to be associated or have a label of a gender attached to them. Okay, so that's where all this has evolved from, all right, our world in individuals. And now we see that menswear has chosen this direction. And understand that fashion has a movement, okay? There are theories, these are truths that have proven themselves over and over and over again. So the looks that we're going to see today are established at the highest level, at Fashion Week, at the runway level. And fashion's movement can trickle down, it could trickle up or trickle across. And we see that this particular look idea is coming from the top, coming from the runway, coming from high-end fashion, luxury, fashion, couture. So it's going to take time to trickle down all the way across and through the masses of all consumers. This is not something that's going to happen overnight. It's going to take years. But the point today in this moment, this season of Winter 24, is the fact that it is showing up as a major trend idea. Okay, so we know that it is not going away. It's just going to build momentum. And how rapidly that occurs, we don't know yet. So let's jump into it. So redefining masculinity is the look idea. And I've already expressed what it is. That's what this slide really highlights. The color palette for redefining masculinity, which are bold pops of color, with our subtle black and white and grays and the muted green, that sage leaf. But for the most part, you see that these are bright colors, okay? It's a bold look. It's a bold idea. And yeah, that's all I'll say. So redefining masculinity is an idea before it's a look. And again, I've established where the idea has come from in our culture, in our world, and the runway now, high-end luxury fashion, is pushing the envelope to say, hey, it's time for us, just like we have seen in our culture, in human beings, say, I'm not satisfied with what a masculine man, the male man, has been deemed as, up until this point, in the history of humanity, right? It's like, let's reevaluate it. Who says a man can't wear a skirt? Who says a man can't wear ruffles? Who says a man can't be feminine, right? Redefining masculinity. And that is where we are. So here we see several styles and garment styles that are incorporating different design details and different elements that traditionally you would not find used in menswear. So we see the ruffle and the poof sleeve. We see a long like tank top blouse with some like tailoring detail. I'm done in it with the folds and the pleats, but again in a soft way, which is not typically associated with menswear garments. And then just a voluminous, flowy jacket. Yeah, so these are just some ideas. Feminine ideas, softer design details being incorporated more into menswear, which we typically have not seen. So that's where we're starting, okay? And it's going to build out from there. So right now, the key items that we see associated with this new look idea of redefining menswear is the skirt, and you're seeing menswear, luxury fashion, high-end brands, designers layering the skirt with pants or just pairing the skirt with, another piece on a male. Okay, again, something that has traditionally not been associated with menswear. All right, and then we're also seeing the femininity, softer pieces, design details, garments being used and incorporated into more styles. And the main garment category is knitwear. It's like I'm like trying to say the right word. It's not one particular garment, okay? It is a category, and that is knitwear, and that's what we're going to focus on next. So beyond, as you can see in these two images, just going full on skirt, okay, which is extreme, for a lot of people, because this is not what we typically have seen in our culture for a man. This is strictly women's wear garment, right? It really that is our culture. In many cultures outside of the United States, where this would be like unlawful for a man to wear a skirt. So the skirt is the extreme. So and that is why you see it first at the highest level of fashion. They introduced the idea, when fashion moves in that trickle down movement. So beyond the skirt, knitwear is where we're going to see these feminine details being introduced. That is readily available now and, easily accessible for any human being who wants that look. So highlighted here is open work knitwear. You see the different interpretations of that, and you see how it's being used to achieve a softer feminine look for menswear. And then other interpretations and use of knitwear to achieve a different look that is not considered masculine. Okay, so we see the hyper texture, so this like furry fur, this is not extreme. That's what I'm saying. You could find a fur coat for a man, and depending on how you style it, it could still communicate a masculine look. All right, and then the fringe, so more design detail, more texture, and again, it's all in the styling. You see here in the images, the models, they have bags, they're carrying bags. It depends on who's carrying the bag, right? What makes it appear feminine or masculine, it's a lot to it. It's a lot of layers, okay? And then lastly, the cable knit sweater, and you see that it has sleeves, but the model is not wearing the sleeves, so maybe it's a a cutout to where it's given like a cape-ish look to the cable knit, which is really cool and neat because that's not something that you typically see. And then this model is also paired the sweater with a skirt. So you see the range of how this redefining masculinity is really going to emerge at different levels. It's not like, pow, I'm a man wearing a ruffled blouse with a skirt like all in your face. But that is available. That's attainable, you know, if that's the look you're going for. Or you can go for something more subtle. It depends, okay, on you, your style. Just understand that redefining masculinity is a new look idea that has been introduced this season, fall 23, winter 24, on the runway of every fashion week, you know, and of every fashion capital. So that is just an indication that it is here and it's not going anywhere. It's just about following this trend to see how it evolves in our world. All right. So this brings me to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Check out other videos on my channel. Like and subscribe. Bye.